Oh, so you get copies made to all the polling places and tell those people to check those out?
I'd like to
Well, I
call
need
the
more
meeting
anyway.
to order. Roll call of aldermen.
Alderman Hazel.
Here.
Alderman Kinsella.
Here.
Alderwoman Pusa. Here. Alderman Bittner.
Here.
Alderman Randall.
Here.
Alderman Tyler.
Here.
Alderman Anthony.
Here.
Alderman Ovian.
Here.
Alderwoman Schaefer. Alderman Dintelman.
Here.
Alderman Gah.
Here.
Alderwoman Steele. Here. Alderman Weigant.
Here.
Alderman Elmore.
Here.
Alderman Wiggington.
Here.
Alderman Barfield.
Here.
Alderman Schaefer is excused. Roll call of department heads.
City Treasurer Hart.
Here.
City Attorney Horner.
Here.
Police Chief Bill Clay. Fire Chief Tom Poor.
Here.
Finance Director Jamie Matrit. City Engineer Tim Gregowitz.
Here.
Director of Maintenance Ken Vaughn.
Here.
Human Resource Director Sherry Salvatore. Director of Parks and Recreation Debbie Belleville. Health and Housing Interim Director Jeff Hydorn.
Here.
Director of Public Works Jason Poole.
Here.
Director of Wastewater Royce Carlisle.
Here.
Director of Economic Development Anissa McCaskill. Director of Library Leander Spearman.
Leander Spearman's excused and Chief Clay's excused. Assistant Chief Icecan is here in his place tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are able, if you'd stand and join me with Troop 53 is going to come forward, Boy Scout Troop 53, and they're going to lead us in the pledge. They're here tonight working on a couple badges, as you see scouts here quite often. So looks like we got some of the older members of the troop. These are some big guys.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gentlemen, thank you. If you have any questions about any of the community stuff, don't hesitate to ask. We're very fortunate. We have a lot of scouts visit, but also a lot of scouts at different times work with certain departments we have in the parks and different places on Eagle projects, and they help the city in different, over the years in different ways. So we're very appreciative to see these young men work on their Eagle, their rank towards Eagle. This evening, again, I want to tell you that the meeting is both videotaped and audio, so we ask you to please speak into the microphones when you are recognized to speak. We want to go over real quick because we have some new people. If we had to leave the building because of smoke or fire, we have several police officers in the building. They would guide you to either the front or back door in the lobby. We'd ask that you immediately calmly exit outside. We would ask, if possible, that you'd go over by the county courthouse sign right there by the public square so that we can kind of ask everybody if everybody got out. If we had a storm and we had to go to the basement, we would ask that you'd take the police officer's direction to the door that right across from the city clerk's office takes you downstairs to the area that's a safe area in the basement. We hope we never need it, but you need to know those things. At this time, we have no public hearing this evening. I would be opening public participation. If someone would like to speak, raise your hand. When I call on you, come up to the microphone, give your name. Try to keep your comments to 2 to 3 minutes, and we prefer it would be pertaining to city business. Anybody this evening have items for the council? Yes, sir.
I just want to get an update. Last May, you took $250,000 out of TIF 3 and transferred it to TIF 16. After you told us that you weren't going to do it and it was done without council approval, then you came back and said it was going to be a reimbursement and the money will be paid back to TIF 3. As of yet, I have not seen any of the money paid back to TIF 3 where it should be used for infrastructure repair. There's also in TIF 3 tonight, there's a $3,700 claim for printing of the quarterly newsletter. This is not a valid marketing expense for a TIF and should not be approved. Next is that there's rumors that the Kellers are no longer proposing to build a hotel out at the Shrine, and they're looking for other developers that can possibly develop a smaller hotel than even what was proposed. You have to remember, we spent $2.7 million to extend the sewer system out there with a promise that we'd have a lot of development by now. The only thing that we've gotten is missed promises and dates that have come and gone, and nothing ever materializing. We have to do something about these deals to hold contractors to what they say they're going to do, especially when we have upfront TIF money or city money being spent to support these developments. Another project was when we spent $500,000 extending the sewer system on South 11th and Frank Scott for the promise of having $70 million homes built with 6 office complexes in the front. Nothing's ever happened there, but the taxpayers are out $500,000 expense. Again, we have to hold the developer responsible for living up to their end of the deal when we're spending taxpayers' money. And we've also spent $250,000 in the demolition of Rob Knorr and some other apartments on West Main with a promise of having 6 villas built. And all we have to look at is an empty lot at this time. Again, the developer is not living up to their end and their promises of doing a development after we've expended taxpayer money. Thank you.
Anyone else this evening? Okay. I just want to say, Mr. Hegberg, one of the key words you said there the word was rumors. Okay? I'll just leave it at that. This time I close public participation. We go on to presentations, recognitions, and appointments. First thing I'd like to do this evening is something we may have done it before, I don't know if we have, but it kind of goes hand in hand to a year or two ago. We worked with the Chamber of Commerce and we worked on a proclamation and recognition for what was the field at that time? It wasn't the mechanic, we had it at the manufacturing. And they've been working with a lot of our businesses on manufacturing. Well, along those same lines is tonight's brief proclamation I have is about recognizing apprenticeship programs and apprenticeship opportunities. And in recent months and last couple of years, Chamber of Commerce and our high school superintendent and other educators, as well as SWIC and Lindenwood and many places, we've had many roundtable discussions about the need to get young people also tuned in and turned on to the trades, because we're finding that there's a lot of job opportunities with skilled labor, and we're just not meeting all the need and demand. So tonight I want to read this proclamation. I know we have 2 gentlemen here, 2 friends from the Carpenters Union. When I had mentioned to them when I ran into them last week that we were going to read this, I'm happy to see that they're here in support of these efforts, because they're constantly recruiting young people to get into the trades. So the proclamation reads, whereas registered apprenticeships are vital components of talent and development in many high demand and high growth sectors, and are recognized as critical post-secondary education training ground for future employment. And whereas the United States has pledged major resources to support apprenticeships in an effort to boost vocational education, workforce training, and job creation. And whereas the apprenticeship programs help enhance economic vitality and create a stronger economic environment by producing highly skilled and competitive workers. And whereas the City of Belleville recognizes the strength and leadership displayed by apprentices, this results from the dedication and generosity of sponsors and participating employers who provide meaningful educational opportunities through on-the-job learning and related technical and theoretical instruction, which serves to enhance the economy vitally to our community. And whereas on November 12th to November 18th, 2018, National Apprenticeship Week will commence in the United States. The City of Belleville commends and appreciates all those involved in this worthwhile endeavor, as this positive impact apprenticeships have on individuals and businesses will help to improve our workforce and grow our economy. Now therefore, I, Mark W. Eckert, Mayor of the City of Belleville, do hereby proclaim November 12th to 18th, 2018, National Apprenticeship Week in the City of Belleville. As we continue to grow, and we want to grow with new building projects and all kinds of things in the cyber fields and all kinds of different ways, we've got to encourage young people, and we certainly encourage them to go to college, but there's an awful lot of good programs out there that we need to make sure that we encourage them to think about some of these highly skilled technical jobs. I can just say, for one, my youngest son, and 4 children, they're all unique, all different. One's a doctor, and they all do different things, but my youngest son is a journeyman carpenter. And he's put his skills to good work, and he does very well, and we couldn't be prouder of him for the apprenticeship programs that he went through. So I thank the gentlemen who are here tonight from the Carpenters Local. Thank you for training so many young men and women. And I just ask that all of you, if you know businesses that get behind such programs, we need to thank them, because this is important to the economic growth of our whole region. We move on now to an appointment. I'd ask for a motion to consider my recommendation of appointing Jack Lachine to serve a 1-year term on Historic Preservation Commission.
So moved.
Alderman Goss, second by Alderman Dintelman. Any questions? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Bittner. Aye. Randall. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Aye. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Motion carries. At this time, I'd like to ask Nina Goodrich and Garrison Woods to come forward, two students from Belleville Township High School West, who are going to give us the word of the month for the basic initiative for our character initiative. It's always good to see the high school students here, just like the scouts. We love to have the young people come and interact.
The character word of the month is peace.
Which means working and living in harmony with each other.
And you folks, we talked about when you came up and talked to me, Nina, next week on the 13th is the Basic Initiative Character Dinner.
Yes, correct.
And for those of you who aren't aware of it, there's 12 individuals in the city going to be recognized. There might be 1 or 2 even in the audience here. It's a great program. It's been going on for quite a few years. But the Basic Initiative, recognizing people's character leadership, is what is a backbone part of our city also. So we look forward to seeing you at the dinner, and we look forward to recognizing those individuals on the 13th. So thank you for being here. This time, we're going to move forward to approval of the minutes. I'd ask for a motion to approve City Council minutes from October 15th. Motion by Alderman Wigington, second by Alderman Elmore, to receive and file the minutes. Any additions or corrections? All in favor of receiving and filing signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve the claims and disbursements in the amount of $2,441,216.04 and the payroll in the amount of $855,993.97. Motion by Alderman Pusa, second by Alderman Kinsella. Any additions or questions about the claims, payroll, and disbursements? Roll call.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Bittner. Aye. Randall. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Aye. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Hazel.
Motion carries. We have some reports. I'd ask for a motion to consider accepting and filing the city attorney's report dated November 1st, 2018. Motion by Hazel, second by Steele. Any discussion on the city attorney's report? All in favor of receiving and filing signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We got a treasurer's report of September 2018, and we have a statement of cash and investments report of September 2018. Do I hear a motion to receive and file for audit? Alderman Kinsella, second by Pusa. Any questions on those two reports? All in favor of receiving and filing for audit signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We go to oral reports. I'd ask at this time that someone would consider making a motion to approve Sonnenberg in the amount of $20,833 for the 512 West Main parking lot, and the money would be paid for out of TIF 3 parking lot budget. Motion by Ovian, second by Kinsella. Any discussion? Roll call.
Pusa. Aye. Bittner. Aye. Randall. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Aye. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Motion carries. We go on now to the Board of Police and Fire Commission. We had their recommendation to hire 2 probationary firefighters, Rick Houston and Nick Lombardo, effective November 6, 2018 at 12:01 a.m. Do I hear a motion? Motion by Alderman Anthony, second by Alderman Elmore. Questions? Roll call.
Bittner. Aye. Randall. Aye. Tyler.
Abstain.
Anthony. Aye. Ovian.
Aye.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Aye. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wiggington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye.
Motion carries. Chief Poor, are you back in the back there? Where's the 2 gentlemen at? I didn't recognize them. Last time I saw them, they were in suits. Congratulations. I think we got a date for swearing them in soon, don't we? Wednesday. I know I'm swearing in a policeman tomorrow, and 2 firemen on Wednesday. It's on my schedule. Okay, we move on. Item 11C, is that right? Yeah. Zoning Board of Appeals, and I will ask our wonderful clerk to read those. Is there any?
Read
is
them
there-
together?
We can read them as a group, is that okay, ladies and gentlemen? Title only and as a group.
11C1, 63 October 18, Nestor Realty, a request for a sign installation permit in the area of special control for signage at 12 East Main Street, parcel number 08210445008, located in C2 Heavy Commercial District. Applicable sections of the zoning code 155.052 and 155.053, Ward 6. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval. 11C2, 64 October 18, Karen Lewis, a request for a special use permit to operate an animal hospital at 1601 North Belt West, parcel number 08090305025, located in a C2 Heavy Commercial District. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 3. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval. 11C3, 65 October 18, New Beginnings Church of Belleville, Illinois, a request for a use variance to operate a church at 404 Sycamore Street, parcel number 08220307001 and 08220307002, located in an A1 single-family residence district. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.093, 162.094, and 162.570, Ward 2. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval. 11C4, 66 October 18, Schnook Markets Incorporated, a request for a special use permit or liquor license at 800 Carlisle Avenue, parcel number 08230401081, located in a C2 Heavy Commercial District. Applicable sections of the zoning code 162.248 and 162.515, Ward 7. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval in the name of the applicant only. 11C5, 67 October 18, Keller Trucking on the Road, LLC, a request for a sign installation permit in the area of special control for signage at 6 and 8 South Church Street, parcel number 08220340002, located in a C2 Heavy Commercial District. Applicable sections of the zoning code 155.052 and 155.053, Ward 6. Zoning Board unanimously recommended approval.
I'd like to ask for a motion to approve and have the proper ordinance drawn. Zoning Board Appeals recommendations 11C 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So moved.
Alderman Wiggington, second by Gah. Any additions or corrections to that motion? All in favor of having these approved and have the proper ordinances drawn, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We move on. Communications. Anybody have a problem with these? Move forward.
12A, Veterans Day Reception, 11/11/2018. City of Belleville and Art on the Square will host the Veterans Day Reception immediately following the ceremony at Belleville City Hall on Sunday, November 11th, 2018. 12B, Trail Life USA Legacy Memorial Day 5K, 05/27/2019. Request from Trail Life Troop Illinois 0078 to hold their Legacy Memorial Day 5K on Monday, May 27th, 2019. 5K begins and ends at Latterman Park, 8:45 a.m. until 9:45 a.m. with rolling street closures from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Request to limit West Main Street to one lane between 2nd and 4th Streets. Additional requests of trash barrels, water, police personnel, and barricades, and signage posted within city green space at North Illinois entrance.
Do I hear a motion to approve these two communications? Alderman Tyler, second by Alderman Pusa. Discussion on these two requests. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have no petitions, we have no resolutions. I'd ask for a motion to read by title only, ordinance 8270, 8271, 8272, 8273, and 8274. Motion by Alderman Dillman, second by Alderman Hazel. We will ask to read by title only. Is it okay to also read them as a group? Hearing no objection, all in favor of reading by title only and as a group signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
15A, ordinance 8270, 2018, a zoning ordinance in regards to 63 October 18, Nestor Realty. 15B, ordinance 8271, 2018, a zoning ordinance in regards to 64 October 18, Karen Lewis. 15C, ordinance 8272, 2018, a zoning ordinance in regards to 65 October 18, New Beginnings, Church of Belleville, Illinois. 15D, ordinance 8273, 2018, a zoning ordinance in regards to 66 October 18, Schnook Markets Incorporated. 15E, ordinance 8274, 2018, a zoning ordinance in regards to 67 October 18, Keller Trucking on the Road, LLC.
Do I hear a motion to approve ordinances 8270, 71, 8272, 8273, and 8274? Motion by Alderman Steele, second by Alderman Bittner. Any discussion on those ordinances? Roll call.
Randall. Aye. Tyler. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Aye. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Bittner.
Motion carries. Unfinished business? Miscellaneous and new business. I'd ask for a motion to pay the motor fuel claims, $58,686.51. Who wants to, Diddleman and Gah. Any additions or corrections or comments on the motor fuel claims? Roll call.
Tyler. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman.
Aye.
Gah.
Aye.
Steele. Wygant.
Aye.
Elmore.
Aye.
Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Bittner. Randall.
Motion carries. We have nothing, City Attorney and I have nothing for executive session tonight. Yes, sir.
Just a question, if you don't mind. We all got the memo on health, housing, and so on and so forth. Do you have any, can you give us any idea of where we're going, new hires? I know you're going to try to handle some of these calls out of City Hall now,
Well,
but,
Mr. Hydarn's the acting director. Mr. Hydarn's got a couple vacation days, well-deserved, coming up. So, Assistant Chief Icecant and several of us have met, and he's helping us, along with a couple of the police officers, with some of the nuisance calls right now. Thank goodness this time of year, the grass isn't growing so much, and it gets a little bit quieter for a short period of time. So I just said to the aldermen, instead of, the memo is meant that I don't want to over-inundate Jeff until we get him some help.
right, absolutely.
We're looking.
That's right.
We had a real good meeting last week, even talking with various department heads about how we may, I want to listen. We thought we had this figured out. It didn't work out. But there was a couple comments came back to me. Maybe there's a couple ways to rethink a few things. So we're looking, but we're listening. I've received one or two people that have come to me with some interest. I don't know that they're necessarily the perfect fit. But in the meantime, I just ask for everyone to be patient, to work through my office at the moment when it comes to the nuisance calls, because I'm trying not to You know, we had a director, at one time we had assistant director until the money cuts last 2 years. And we have Jeff as the building commissioner, and now he's been the assistant director for some time, and now the acting. We had 3 people, we're down to 1. So we're trying to get that filled, we're trying to get this figured out. We will be pressing on this every week. Jenny's also agreed that the next couple of days, she would try to help me, because as you all know, she spent 7 years directing that department. So she's agreed. So we're gonna work on it as a team, and hopefully, if anybody has any suggestions, or someone who has an outstanding resume, it's a very wide department with a lot of different, it touches a lot of different things.
We do get a break going in this time of year, though, that we can take our time.
I'm really thanking my lucky stars. We're a little bit of a, I don't want to brag too much, because I don't want to have that jinx us next week, but we are a little, it's a little bit of a lull opposed to this being the first of spring.
And then also, maybe Chief Pork can answer this, the house that burnt on North 80th?
I talked to.
Is there a timeline on
Well,
that?
there's a couple things, Alderman Wiggington, that goes into effect. Tom was off, actually, he was gone the night of that fire. He was on vacation, but Deputy Chief Jacobs and I have talked. The fire investigation is done, and Jeff and Chief Jacobs met with the owner, and we've gotten word that they're gonna do everything in their ability, and the insurance company, to get it torn down within 30 days or less. I told them very clearly, I was concerned, I was there the night of the fire, and I went back the next day to look at it, and as I drove around the back, it doesn't take, I'm not a carpenter, but it doesn't take anybody smart to realize it's very unstable. So we're gonna get it down just as quick as we can, and it should go, I think it's gonna go, the cooperation's there.
And the only reason I brought that up, going into the holiday season, and the amount of marketing and effort that we put in to market the city, you sure hate to have that kind of a structure standing on Main Street,
No.
you know, through the holiday season.
Yeah, no, I agree, and we're working at it.
Yeah.
You mentioned under police and fire that you're swearing in a new police officer. Are there some new police officers coming down? I'm not on the police and fire board.
Well, we swore in, I think, we swore in several. We got several, Matt, we got how many, we just finished one academy?
Yeah, 2 in the academy now, 5 potentially in the next academy.
I mean, we've had like, what, 8 retirements since May? This was the biggest rush but a lot of people hit their 30-year mark, and,
So we could be looking at 6 new officers in the next 60
Well,
days.
we just had 4 get out of the academy not too long ago. We have 2 in the academy now, potentially 5 in the next academy in February.
I agree.
Lucky officers.
Okay, and these questions, some of these can come, we can be glad to answer them if you contact us. City Attorney wants to make sure we stay on track here of the agenda. Any other things that's urgent? Yes, sir?
Going back to 8001 West Main Street, which is in our ward, there were 2 tenants that were displaced, and the Red Cross was able to find housing for a short period. Do we know if those tenants, the 2, were successful in finding other housing or not?
I've not heard. We're very grateful that the Red Cross was there that night, and sometimes if they have no other means, they'll get referred to our general assistance office, but I'm not
I
aware
know
of.
that I met with one of the tenants, and I gave them a list of 2 addresses that they may want to contact.
Sure.
So hopefully
Okay.
we both got someplace to live.
If there's nothing else that pertains to tonight's agenda, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Wiggington, who is the second? Second by Hazel. All in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.
Oops, yeah, I wouldn't know that.